So it is so wonderful to see all of you here today as we celebrate the completion of renovations at the William N. Pennington Applied Technology Center. These enhancements in our dynamic center are greatly benefiting our students, our community, and are helping to meet our workforce development needs in the region. I am Gretchen Sawyer, the Executive Director of the TMCC Foundation and Institutional Advancement, and now we are going to get the program started. It is my pleasure to introduce TMCC's President, Dr. Karin Hilgersum.
Hi, everyone. So thank you for being here today to celebrate this momentous occasion. I have been a community college zealot pretty much my whole adult life. I'm celebrating my 30th year. And one of the things that I believe deeply is that one of the elements that makes public higher education super strong are beautiful facilities and state-of-the-art equipment. And that's what you're experiencing today. A gorgeous facility, state-of-the-art equipment. Our TMCC students deserve beautiful spaces to learn and highly functional spaces to learn. So thank you. It is because of the generosity of the William N. Pennington Foundation and the Economic Development Administration that we are here today. 2 renovations totaling $9.2 million have truly transformed this building. Apparently, it was once a warehouse. I wasn't here, but I've heard the stories about the warehouse days. Now, it is a state-of-the-art, technologically advanced building that houses programs vital to supporting the growth in our community, and also vital to a diversification of the Reno Sparks economy, which is really imperative. As part of the second phase of renovations, we now have 2 classrooms dedicated for a middle college program with ACE Charter School and a technical pathway program for Washoe County School District students. Thank you, ACE Charter School Principal Lee Boudreau. Hope I said that right. And also, most of you know that TMCC is home to a high school in partnership with Washoe County School District. So thank you also, Melissa Olson, the principal of TMCC High School, for joining us today. And I know she's here somewhere, but I am also very pleased to announce the naming of the area where you are all seated. IGT has been a generous donor to TMCC for over the years. And as a result, we have named this prominent space, really the center of this signature building, the IGT Manufacturing Hub. The name is displayed on these 2 pillars. They were surrounded by people a minute ago, and that guy over there in the green shirt is leaning on it, but hey. Thank you. Thank you so much, IGT. I'm also proud to recognize donors and supporters who are with us today, and there's quite a few of you here. We are overjoyed with the naming of this building, which is now the William N. Pennington Applied Technology Center. The Pennington Foundation's generous $4.3 million gift to make this second phase of renovations, this is what made this renovation a reality, and we are so deeply appreciative. We are delighted that the Pennington Foundation trustees have joined us today, including, and if you could stand to be recognized just real quick, Rick Banis. Thank you. Fred Scarpello. Thank you. And in addition, from the Economic Development Administration, Will Marshall has traveled from Southern California to join us. The EDA provided a $2.3 million grant that was vital for the completion of the first phase of renovations. Will you please stand? I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is. Hi, Will. I would also like to recognize other important people who, without their support, this project would not have been possible. Board of Regents Chair Rick Trachok. Regent Jason Geddes. Washoe County School District Superintendent Tracy Davis. Stephanie Ferguson, representing Senator Dean Heller. Reno Councilman Paul McKenzie. David Turner, TMCC Student Government Association President. And representing the TMCC Foundation Board of Trustees, thank you trustees for your dedicated work, Chair Brad Woodring. And board members Gigi Chisel. Thank you. And Rod Sanford. And representing the TMCC Institutional Advisory Council, we have with us Michonne Esquaga, Scott Bailey, and Mike Kazmierski. And this next one I worked on. And Knut Knudsen. And in addition, I'm pleased to recognize former TMCC President, Dr. Maria Sheehan, former TMCC Vice President of Academic Affairs, Jane Nichols, Corey Hunt, Northern Regional Director, Governor's Office of Economic Development, Len Stevens, CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, and we're so glad that you're here. Thank you so much. By the way, it really is wonderful to see the extensive support that Truckee Meadows Community College receives from all of you. You really do buoy the college up. I mean, without you, this kind of project is just not possible. So we are so thankful. This support is truly instrumental to the workforce plans that are in the immediate future. They're happening right now for the Reno-Sparks area. And you're going to hear a little bit today about how the programs are specifically designed to really serve and meet some of those workforce training needs. So please join me one more time in thanking all of our supporters, and then I'll introduce a few internal folks who are here with us today as well. But thank you again. So now I'm going to, don't you love applause? Okay, but we'll get going, I promise. Here are some of the TMCC deans and executives and VPs who are here with us today. Dr. Barbara Buchanan, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Thanks. Jim New, TMCC Interim Vice President of Finance and Administration, and you'll be hearing from Jim in a moment. And of course, our TMCC deans, Dr. Marie Mergelot-Poor, Business Division, Dr. Jill Channing, Liberal Arts Division, and Dr. Lance Bowen, Sciences Division, and Dr. Kyle Dalpy, Interim Dean of Technical Sciences. And I now invite Nevada System of Higher Education Chair of the Board of Regents, Rick Trachak, to take the stage.
Good afternoon. It's an honor to be here on behalf of my colleagues on the Board of Regents, and I would like to thank each and every one of you that made this a possibility. What we have before us today is the most advanced technical training center in northern Nevada, and it is possible because of the generosity of a lot of people sitting in this room and other people that aren't here today. And I would like to just share with you just a couple thoughts. Number one, it's centers like this that are going to be training Nevada students, to be able to drive the new diversified economy of the new Nevada forward. It's really important. And because of the generosity of the Pennington Foundation, we have now this, what we call this dual enrollment pathway, where high school students can attend a community college. When they finish, they not only have their high school diploma, but either they'll have a certificate training them to do specialized, something like advanced manufacturing, or their AA degree to allow them to go forward and continue to drive Nevada forward. That is a huge deal, and it's a really cool program. And it's something that we need to make sure that all of our high school students understand. I see Tracy here today And she and I have been talking about this and some of the things that we can do together, the Board of Regents as well as the Washoe County School District, to drive the area and the state forward. Another important point that I think is important to note, as we have more competing claims on the state budget, it's very important that our community and our foundations continue to shoulder an ever heavier load, a heavier burden in driving education forward. Let's face it, over 80% of Nevadans access higher education through the community college system. This is why this was, as chairman, my #1 priority to increase the funding for career and technical education at the colleges and to bring in new money into the community college system for Nevada and Nevadans. Unfortunately, the governor shares this goal and realizes how important this is as we continue to drive Nevada forward. And I think it's important also to keep in mind what can each one of us do. And what we can do is make sure that as young kids, they understand the different opportunities. You know what, not everybody's going to be a scientist, and fortunately, not everybody's going to be a lawyer. But we do need people that understand the new manufacturing process. This isn't the old shop floor with metal shavings everywhere. We need people that understand the machines, they understand geometry, they understand complicated math to make this type of economy work. And it's with people like you here today and people that we all associate with that this is going to be a reality. So once again, I want to thank everybody, Rick and Fred, especially I want to thank you for all of your support, and let's keep Nevada moving forward.
So thank you, Chair Treychok. At this time, I would like to introduce Jim New. Jim is no stranger to this building and all of the programs housed here because he served as the lead administrator of technical sciences for 11 years. I suppose he worked in the warehouse. He recently moved into this new position as interim vice president of finance and administration just as the renovations were being completed. And I am very appreciative of Jim New. He's just really fantastic. So without further ado, Jim, it's your turn.
Thank you, President Hilgersom, and good afternoon. It's certainly a pleasure to be here today and to see everybody here. So many familiar faces from over the years and people who are responsible for helping this happen in this building today. I can't tell you how long I've waited for this particular day. Shortly after I arrived at TMCC in 1998 as a computer technologies instructor, the college opened the Applied Technology Center. It was an innovative collaboration with the Washoe County School District, and back then we called it the Regional Technical Institute. From the day it opened, high school students have been woven into the fabric of this facility. And I'm so grateful to the Pennington Foundation for helping us to realize a dream that we first considered about 10 years ago. And that dream was to expand dual enrollment programs for high school students in Washoe County. And we've been taking steps toward that dream over the years with the AACT and the RTI articulated programs, as well as the dual enrollment programs we started years ago with ACE Charter High School. At a time when funding formulas and performance metrics make it difficult for school principals to justify the investment in technical programs such as these, we do recognize the urgent need to open these opportunities for high schoolers. This year, nearly 40 high school students in either the TMCC High School Technical Pathway and the ACE Middle College programs are attending classes in this facility, and you'll hear from some of those later today. They'll earn college credit while fulfilling their high school requirements. By next year, we plan to exceed 120 students and hopefully more. From the day it opened until now, this facility has been a labor of love for the faculty and staff members who not only relocated their programs from the Dandini campus at the Dandini campus over 18 years ago, but actually did much of the work back then to convert this, which was a former warehouse and light manufacturing facility, into an educational center. But you know, I arrived in 2005 and it had always seemed like it was just a work in progress. It has been one of the most exciting jobs on the planet, and I've told people we have the best toys at the college. Just take a look in there if you have an opportunity to see that. What's been most exciting for me is to know that this center has played such an incredibly important role in our region's economic development, and that will continue. I always enjoyed the days when representatives from EDON and the Governor's Office of Economic Development brought prospective companies to the building to learn how we at TMCC could support their workforce needs. But I also felt at those times that the building really wasn't 100% ready for prime time. Over the years, we relied on the generosity of community partners to help us develop training spaces inside the building, like a $500,000 gift from IGT to help us build the machine shop right here. We also received a $100,000 gift from Nevada Energy for what was the Renewable Energy Lab. It was relocated right there. It's now been moved upstairs. While these donations helped us respond to the immediate needs, it also created kind of a patchwork in the building. It didn't flow over the years. Well, starting with that $2.3 million grant from the Economic Development Administration from the Department of Commerce, an additional $2.6 million of capital improvement funds allocated by TMCC, and the exceptionally generous contribution of $4.2 million from the William N. Pennington Foundation, we now have an attractive, modern facility, and I would put it up against any other facility of its type anywhere in the United States. And I'm so proud of that. Now that adds up to about $9.2 million in renovations that we've invested here. But besides that, we've also aggressively sought grants that help us develop programs that are responsive to the region's efforts to diversify our economy and build the workforce that Northern Nevada will need in the 21st century. When you add it all up, TMCC, between the construction and the program development grants, has invested more than $18 million in the last 6 years in these programs with minimal state support. There have been, however, so many people from our community who have supported us along the way. Many of them have taken the time to join us, and you've heard of many of them from President Tilgerson. Please excuse me if I do repeat myself, but I do want to recognize people that have worked with us so closely. Dr. Maria Sheehan, and I'm not sure if she's here in the audience today, but we know that she'll be attending. Is she here? She's in California, but she will be attending our event on Thursday. However, I have to thank her publicly for her vision and her commitment that made this possible. In my 11 years at this center, other presidents that came before her talked a good game about expanding the program, but she put her money where her mouth is. And she made this center and this realization come true. So I have to recognize and hope that you'll give her a round of applause for that. We have Corey Hunt, who is a member of the Workforce Development Board along with myself, and the Northern Nevada Regional Director of the Governor's Office of Economic Development. EDON is represented. I see Valerie, and did we have Cynthia show up, Valerie? Or, no, Valerie Cotta is here from EDON, and worked closely with Valerie over the past couple of years. I saw sneaking in Vice President Myrtle Gotham from UNR, and I'm grateful to have Myrtle here. He's been wonderful to work with on projects. We recognized earlier members of the Washoe County School District and Lee from the Academy for Career Education, but I'd also like to recognize my partner in crime on so many projects over the years, Dana Ryan from the school district. And I think Cindy Reed is here. Cindy, how many years have you been involved with going back to the days of the regional training? Okay, since the first days of the program. So Cindy knows where the bodies are buried, just ask her. We have Bob DeRoos from the board at Ace High School, who has joined us today. A taskmaster who made me see the vision that manufacturing was coming Nevada's way and to get my butt on board the train, and that was Ray Bacon from the Nevada Manufacturers Association. Our partners in the Western Apprenticeship Coordinators Association, Alan Darney from the Electrical Apprenticeship. I see Nanette's name on the RSVP list, but I'm not sure if Nanette is here today. I don't see her, but Nanette is a strong supporter. We have a long-standing partnership with Nevada Industry Excellence, represented today by Ray Gustafson and Kathy Halbadier. Did Stacy and Sandy make it in the door yet? Okay, well, I'll catch up with them later. Thank you. Nevada Builders Alliance, Pam Duxbury, Aaron West were here. Pam is here. So don't be shy, raise your hand. And we have such good relationships with other regional training programs and support programs. Mark Huntley from the Sierra Nevada Job Corps Center, he was standing back there. Where'd he go? There he is. Okay, thanks, Mark. Susan Robinson from the Northern Nevada Literacy Council. Susan, thanks, Susan. Ken Pearson from the Department of Vocational Rehabilitation. Ken's easy to spot. He towers over everybody. We have local employers here too. Did Larry Harvey from ClickBond make it? No. Joe Dutra. Joe's back there. Joe's our new neighbor to the north. He's building a candy factory over there, and how cool is that? We're excited to have that. Matt LeBranch from IGT is George Lacombe. I did see George from Guyford Industries. George has also been part of our efforts to build the manufacturing programs right from the very start. And I've had the pleasure over the last 3 years to work with the team from Van Wert Bugatti, who through this made it all, took what we would say in meetings and made this building happen the way we envisioned it. So we had Angela, Brad, Nancy, and Christy are here. Are y'all tucked away in a corner somewhere? There we are, right there. Thank you so much. I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize Frank Woodbeck, who has been a close friend and strong colleague back to his days as the director of Dieter and now as the executive director of the Nevada College Collaborative. And we couldn't do much of what we do without Frank's support. For the past 2 years, the crews of Frank Lepery Construction, especially Justin Collins, I'm not sure whoa. Okay. I don't think anybody got hurt. Is Frank here? Is Justin here, Frank? Oh, there he is. You hid behind that T-shirt. So Frank and Justin endured me in this construction project. They were great because one thing you need to understand is the building never stopped operating in the construction. We continued to hold classes, we continued to hold meetings, and they were extremely flexible in working with us. So thank you so much for the excellent work that you did. Down to the last few, and let me find Teresa. Did Teresa duck out, or is she here? Teresa Golden? Oh, there you are back there. I can't say enough about Teresa. She has endured so much from TMCC side managing this project. I'd love to say that she always did it with a smile, but that wouldn't be accurate. I can't blame her. I can't blame her. She had to deal with me. I had manic episodes, breakdowns, last-minute plan changes, but I really appreciate everything that you and Felicia did for us and Dave. So thank you so much. Barbara Evans is the glue that keeps this building together. Barb, where are you? I made you come downstairs. She's way back there near the food service. She's the assistant to the dean here, and she does know where all the bodies are buried because I helped her with the shovels. She organizes everything, especially in the move, storing the furniture, getting rooms cleared out for the contractors to get in there. This morning before this happened, she and I were moving a drafting table out so she can even move furniture. But thank you, Barb, for all that you do on behalf of the center. And most importantly, I have to acknowledge the true heroes of the William N. Pennington Technology Center, and that's the faculty and staff who work here. As I mentioned earlier, this program and this building and its programs are truly a labor of love for them. I've often told them that they don't fully appreciate the important role they play in this region's economic vitality. Their influence stretches far beyond these walls, even if we don't always get the recognition that they deserve. If you have an opportunity to stay after this event and tour the facility, I sincerely hope that you take a moment to visit with the faculty and staff so that you can experience their passion firsthand. And I'm proud to call them my colleagues, and I'd like them all to stand up so that I can recognize them here. And it's also a pleasure for me to welcome some of the newest additions to the Pennington Applied Technology Center community, the students from our new high school programs. I'll invite up onto the stage Oswaldo from ACE and Jake and Menace from TMCC High School. Please join us up on stage. And thank you, everybody.
Good afternoon. My name is Oswaldo Enriquez, and I'm attending Academy for Career Education. First off, I'd like to thank Mrs. Boudreau for giving me the opportunity to be the student speaker for the ribbon cutting ceremony at the new Pennington Applied Technology Center. Currently, I'm in my third year of TMCC Diesel Technology program. As a senior, I had room in my schedule to also add a semester of machining technology. And now, because of the expansion of this generous donation, I'm also in the automated manufacturing program. I'm on track to earn 12 credits in diesel technology, 4 credits in machining technology, 6 to 9 credits in the manufacturing tech program, just this year in high school. Overall, I will have saved $3,395 in tuition alone this year. Because of the partnership, between TMCC and ACE High School, and as a result of this expansion from the Pennington Foundation. What a terrific start, right? My future plans are to expand my education. My first passion is the diesel technology program, and I plan to earn the certification in that area and pursue my associate's degree in applied science. However, I'm not sure exactly what area I'm going to pursue. The terrific thing about this expansion is that these programs go hand in hand with the workforce demands in our community. And I feel like all doors are open, and I have many choices that all lead to excellent careers. Truly, the sky is the limit. Most importantly, I want to thank you for your donation and for your belief in providing opportunities for high school students in our community. Without beliefs like this, I wouldn't be standing here today. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Manasseh. And I'm Jake. I speak on behalf of all Applied Technology students, and we say thank you to the Pennington Foundation for this opportunity. With more manageable class sizes, we receive a more personalized education, and that also allows us to gain a higher level of thinking and comprehension.
With these more manageable class sizes, we're able to create a sense of community that really helps us build relationships with our teachers as well as our peers.
And none of this would be possible without the Pennington Foundation, this facility, or the high school and college faculty.
In turn, TMCC is helping us reach our future now. Thank you for your time.
So thank you, Oswaldo, Jake, and Manice, for your remarks. We appreciate it. I also would like to take just another moment to recognize a Pennington Foundation trustee who sort of snuck in a little bit, but we're very thankful, and I want to thank you personally, Mr. Don Carano. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, cutting the ribbon. That's the fun part. So I'm pleased to invite the following folks to come to join me in cutting the ribbon. And it's important that we stand behind the ribbon. So when you get it. Pennington trustees, if you could join us up here. Well, right there. Chair Rick Trachok, Will Marshall with the EDA, Brad Woodring with the chair of the foundation board. Ready?
Thank you, everybody. I am Kyle Dalpy, the Interim Dean of Technical Science Division. Thank you again for coming to this event. Before you leave, I need to make a couple quick announcements. First, I'd like to invite Stephanie Ferguson from Senator Dean Heller's office to come up with a special presentation.
Thank you for having me today on behalf of Senator Heller. I know that he wishes he could be here as a longtime supporter of TMCC. He also understands the incredible benefit this will have to students and that those same students will have on our economy here as they enter their workforce in Nevada. I know that he'll be thrilled to tour this beautiful facility when he's back from Washington, D.C. He did ask me to attend on his behalf and to present to you a certificate of senatorial recognition presented to William N. Pennington Applied Technology Center. It reads, "Congratulations on the unveiling of this additional education investment for the technical pathway students at Truckee Meadows Community College. With sincere thanks at your valuable role in workforce training throughout Northern Nevada." Signed, Dean Heller. Thank you again, and congratulations.
Okay, a couple more things, and then we'll get on with some tours. Thank you, Stephanie. I also have a special recognition from Governor Brian Sandoval in recognition of the William N. Pennington Applied Technology Center ribbon cutting in Reno. As Governor of the state of Nevada, I congratulate you on the expansion of your school and commend you for your dedication to Nevada students. Signed, Governor Brian Sandoval. Okay. I would also like to do a broad thank you for everyone who's a faculty member or staff member here at the center for their hard work and patience as this all got put together in the last couple years in our facility services department. So if we could have a round of applause for the people that work in this building. And I think based on the previous remarks, there may be 4 people in this audience who did not get a recognition by name. So let's give a round of applause for those 4 or 5 people. I've kept you for a bit of time here today, but let's consider taking a tour if you have time.